Okay, so I have a new mount for my camera, so you can't really see my face, but you're able to see my arms a little bit better. And I have about an hour before I have to get some work done for my job, working this weekend. But I'm going to see how much further I can progress with this. If anyone has watched these type of videos before, you would see that I have made some changes to the cat blanket. You can ignore this row. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Um, I've flipped the cat, and I've also removed a couple of rows, so it will make it a little bit less time consuming for me to make. But hopefully, I mean, no one really needs to see my face, so it's okay. Yeah, let's get started. So let's see, which hook do I want to use? I got this recently. It's this really cool little hook set. Since I'm not advertising for anything, I won't tell you where I got it from, or the brand, but it has been really nice, and I like it for the ergonomic handle. It's like a jelly handle. You can squeeze it and it kind of shapes in. I hold my hooks a little funny, so I think it's like the knife hand instead of the pencil. I can't do the pencil for the life of me, but I'm actually going to use, I don't feel like using the ergonomic one right now. So I'm just going to put this up so I don't lose it. I'm going to do my, which 5.5 do I want to use? I think I'd be ready for this, but I'm trying to find my clover hook. There it is. Here's my clover hook, my handy dandy clover hook. And then gotta grab my scissors. Okay. So I'm all set. Let's see how many I can get done before I have to get on with getting on at 3. But hopefully everyone had some enjoyable time off if they got any time off for the holidays. I wonder where I really was with this last. I did some pretty good progress on the black squares recently. I'm up to 56 in all. So yeah, since last time, because I think the last time I actually recorded a video, it might be unlisted. I had all of the ends woven in on everything, and you can see in column AM that this indicates how many have not, like, I don't consider them complete because they don't have their ends woven in. So I'm at 61 right now that still need their ends woven in. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 2, 3, 6. Yep. And off we go into that stacked single crochet. There we go. Yeah, I don't really have much to chat about. A lot of stuff that's going on in your personal life is a lot of it's related to either my work or my husband's work, and none of that really needs to be on the internet. Maybe after everything's done, I'll talk about it. But let's just say it's been a very interesting month so far, and it's been an interesting year so far, and it's only 10 days into the year. So it's always the most crazy part of the year for me too, because it's our year-end close where I work. I did make a quick little tutorial on. I made a quick little tutorial today on how to make these little pixel granny squares. So I did make it public. So if anyone wants to take a look, it should be in my videos. So there's one done. This is an off-white one. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to weave it in 6. Let me find my needles. Which one do I want to use? That one's too small. I don't like that one. Man. Let's take the whole thing out so I can get the one needle I want to use. So frustrating. Maybe I don't want to weave these in. There we go. Got the one needle I want to use. I have all of them again. Come on. Why do I have so many needles? Because I keep misplacing them. And then I buy another pack of needles for like $1. And then I find the ones I misplaced. And I just have a ton. But be your own friend, weave in your ends. Future you will appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Ugh. That sucked. Okay. Let's just weave this in real quick. And the type of square that I'm doing for this in the tutorial that I have, it's the second half of the tutorial. The first half I do like kind of the basic granny square I think most people are familiar with in terms of how you start it and how you end it. Maybe. But I do the second way where I use the magic ring, stacked single crochets, and then I actually do my chain 3 double crochet as one corner, go all the way around, do my double crochet cluster, the switch needles. This is too small of a hole. Weave it back. Weave in your ends and be a friend. I hate weaving in ends, but all right. At least it's relatively quick. So that's one down. One down. You know what? Let me actually do this. I'm going to put up a little progress thing real quick. So this is 1:10:26. What's that do? I don't want text wrapping. My bad. Here we go. All right, cool. So that one is done. I'm going to put that in the done pile to be blocked later. Oh, which reminds me, I did a black one earlier today that I didn't count. So we're up to 57 there. Let me just weave in the end so I can have that marked off my plate. I could count it as number 2, but I feel like that would be dishonest because I didn't actually do it in the thing. And then maybe the next time I record, I'll work on doing a end weaving in video for all the ones that I've done outside of videos. But I feel like I've made some pretty good progress since the last time in terms of being relatively consistent in making at least a few a day, so I can continue to have that forward progress. Even if I don't feel like crocheting a lot that day or I want to work on other projects, just making 1 or 2 makes me feel like I haven't just stalled and set this project completely to the side, which is good for that forward momentum. Take this back around. There we go. Nice and tight magic square right there. What I'd rather be doing right now, there's the Pokemon Go event. It's the Kyurem raids. I'll probably mispronounce that. But I play everything on Pokemon Go, so it's not like they really talk about it. Oh yeah, Kyurem? Maybe it's Kyurem, like a QB. But it starts now, today. But I am quite far from where the community meetup is happening, and I don't really have an hour to spare. So instead of driving for an hour, I'm going to crochet for an hour and then get to work. Got this one done. So let me mark that on my little thing. We're at number 12 done there. All right. Next square, another off-white. I suppose suppose what I could also work on doing is finishing out the rest of my oranges. It looks like I just have to do 6 more oranges. So I'm going to get this off-white done, and then I'll get into those oranges. Get into the oranges. It makes me sound like I'm going to eat oranges. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I got something in my eye. 11 and 12. Oh yeah, I really got something in my eye now. Ah. Right, Titan. Attack on Titan. 1, 2, 3. My son had a sleepover last night, and man, I mean, they had a great time. It was fun. It was definitely interesting being responsible for someone else's kids for like over 10 hours, especially because you have families that have different rules than yours. So it's hard to find like that good balance of, enforcing your rules with your kids, and not enforcing them on the other kids, but also like having to ask them the questions and hoping that they're honest about what their parents say they are allowed to or not allowed to. What's nice is one of them she's a little bit younger than my daughter, and she dimes herself out, as in she preemptively tells me what her parents will and won't let her do. So that was nice. But yeah, the house looked like a nuke went off. But what was great is when I got back after dropping the kids off and my kids getting to say goodbye, my husband got the kids to clean up the entire downstairs, and he vacuumed it up for me. And they cleaned the kitchen. So that was nice. But I got to say, even though they all relatively got along, I'm glad that I do not have 4 kids. I don't think I'd be able to survive. 2 kids is definitely my limit. All right, snip. All right, so I'm not going to update the tracker until after I weave it in. I'm switching out the needle because it's just the hole's just a little too small for this type of yarn. That was a lot easier to get. I'm going to open up my app real quick. Maybe I can catch some raids today. Get some invites. Should be plenty of people raiding right now anyway. Just going to hop in. See if I can. They'll probably fill up pretty quickly. There we go. I got it into that one. All right. Go. 15 now. That's nice. All right, so that's woven in. Tighten. Tack on tighten. Downside to using a bigger needle. It's a little harder to get in there. Okay. And that one is done, and we're about to start the raid. I really don't even need to do anything. They'll just carry me. But if I don't do anything, then I won't get any damage dealt. And if I don't get any damage dealt, I'll have less of the little objects that they give me to try and catch the Pokemon at the end of the battle. But okay, so we got another off-white done and woven in. So let's see here. 7 and 7. Nice. Be nice to get this up to 15%. Let me just try something real quick. So, we might be able to get that to 15%. Oh wow, it's already done. Cool. That was seconds. On the next one, actually no, we're gonna finish out the orange. Just gonna put that right there. But For those that have watched my previous videos, let me know what you think about this mount for my camera. Because I can always change the angle. All right. Gotta go catch this thing. I don't remember what the perfect stat. Shiny! Oh, no, it's not. It's a 1984. I don't think that's a good one, but that's okay. It's a shiny, and a shiny is a shiny. I'll take it. It's an easy catch. Oh, that was nice. First catch of the day is a shiny. I'll take it. Let's check. 2-star. That's okay. Just gonna post to let people know I got a shiny. Shiny. Aww. So the guy who I piggybacked with, he's actually, I saw based off of where he's at. I know where he's at right now, and he's at the community event that's in town that I can't go to right now, which is sad. Okay. I'm trying to hop in with someone else. What we got here? Oh, nope. So the problem is these fill up too quickly. Like the lobbies fill up too fast. So I'm not able to jump in. Yeah. I'll try one more time and then I guess I'm just going to have to give up. Which is a bummer. There we go. Finally made it in one. No one else is there except for the person who I piggybacked in with, so it might be a while before we have enough to take it out. But as a Reshiram, I can at least quad it. I could probably trio. So I think we'll be good either way. But let's see. 3, 6, 9. 1, 2, 3, and that's 12. Ah! It's 12. Cool, there's 4 people now. I can ready. 6, we're good. Here we go. Oh, it was funny. So my kids, they stayed up till midnight last night, and when it came time to clean up the house after their friends had been dropped off at their house, my daughter came to me telling me that she was so tired and she just wanted a nap. And so I told her, I was like, well, after it's all cleaned up, you can go take a nap right away. And she's like, okay. Well, so after she gets it all cleaned up, suddenly she has so much energy. It was just that's just how she is. I think that's how most kids are. All right. Since it's only me and a group of 6, I do need to at least attempt to contribute to this raid. So, oh, I just switched out. Oh gosh, he's got Draco Meteor. So he's gonna basically wipe out my guys unless I dodge. So I've already got 2 of my good guys wiped. Oh. Yeah. Forgot how much that sucks. I don't think I would have been able to beat this guy. Definitely not duo. Okay. There's my Mega Groudon, or my Primal Groudon, I should say. Move, move, move. There we go. Dodged. This is so exciting, right? I'm actually crocheting. The downside of having one hobby where you could do this and one hobby where typically when I'm crocheting, I'll be watching something, listening to something, or having my RuneScape playing in the background. All right, almost taking him out. I'm down to my second to last one. Got him. Let's finish up the square. And not a shiny, but the stats look like they could be good. I probably should have checked up the hundas before, like the perfect stats, before I started, so I'd know if they were worth my time and effort catching them or not. Because I already have like 398s. I don't really need anything except for the hundo. The perfect is what hundo means. All right. That side's woven in. Great. He's doing his little jumpy thing. I'm going to Google it. All right, so the max CP for this guy for a hundo on raids, weather boosted. That's not right. That's not right at all. Okay, 20. Yeah, he's not hundo. I'll give him one more berry and then I'm gonna ditch him. All right, ditch I go. What else we got? Let's see if I can hop in with these peeps. All right. And continue to weave in the ends. All right, that's another orange down. Yeah, it was so chaotic last night. I got to the point where I told my husband, I was like, I gotta tap out. I'm gonna go be in my room to decompress. Because of course yesterday I had to work. And it was already stressful given the time of year. So I ended up just chilling on my bed, crocheting, had a little bit of a snack with me, and then got to just put on my headphones and kind of tune out all the, excuse me, noise going on outside. It was really difficult because I can't sleep with these on. You know, they're hard. And I do have like a face mask type thing that I could put like Bluetooth music through, but I don't like it on my face. They were supposed to be super comfortable, but no, it doesn't work. It's not conducive to sleep for me. So I ended up not falling asleep until the kids fell asleep around midnight. I can hear like every single little thing. All right, let me just do this real quick. It's 13 other people, so it should be quick. But I at least have to pretend to contribute. Probably should take 20, 25 seconds. Let's see, we're at 15 seconds in, and he is already down to 1/3 of his health left. So, yeah. 25-second mark, and 26-second mark, he was down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Go, tighten. A lot of wind today. Yeah, damage I got +2. The things that I need to catch it with. 2508. I think it's 2554. Yeah, 2554 might be the hundo on this one. Let me look. Checking right now. Nah, yeah, it's 2553 is the hundo for it, so that ain't happening for me. I'm not gonna waste my time on him. Go for a different one. Nope, no one's there. This one. Nope. There we go. Found one. Found one that wasn't already full up. Oops. 3. Just got to double check my count. And that's another one. Let them do the damage. I'd much rather weave onions on this because it's just an extra ball. I don't really care much for it. Well, it's 2, so who really cares? You know, I was thinking about it, and it would be really nice. Like, if I ever won the lottery, right? There's this old building. I won't give away too much information, but there's an old building close to me that has historical significance for the area and that has just been falling into disrepair, which is really quite sad. But if I ever won the lottery, that's one thing I'd like to do. I wouldn't even necessarily want to purchase it from the person. I would just like to offer to, restore it with an agreement that once it's been restored, I get to pick one day of the week for just a few hours or so to host some sort of like crochet get together or fiber arts thing for the people in the area those that knit, those that crochet, those that do needlework, embroidery, felting. Just a place to kind of hang out and work on your craft with others and just sort of chat. It'd be nice. The church down the way does something like that. It's for the quilt. It's like women who quilt, and I don't really quilt, so I much rather do this. And they told me that I could just, it'd be fine for me to go and crochet, but it would feel weird to crochet at what was very clearly a place where people quilt. So be like, oh, sorry, can't help you. I don't know how to quilt. There we go. Another stacked. I actually want to catch this one because this is a 25-29, and that's pretty good stats, but they're super jumpy, meaning they move around a lot and they break frequently. Oh, I caught him. Nice. It's not bad. They're not the best. It's not bad, though. Imitation. Here we go. Oh, ha ha ha. I wasn't paying attention. I'm at 4, because I'm not including the black one that I did. Because that one I had already completed. All I did was weave in the ends. And another one done. Just gotta weave in those ends. There we go. $25.04. If I catch this in the next few throws, I'll use it for a distance trade because I think I caught this somewhere in Illinois. All right. He gets one more attempt. And of course he catches. It's almost like he heard me. I'm gonna do it one more time. All right, let's see, what else do we got? Try this one. Yeah, this one's gonna be full up. Yep. I wish it would give a warning. Pokemon Go or Scopely, whoever took over for it. Oh my gosh. Gosh, there's so many people. I'll pick this guy. Nope. Red lobby full. Need invites, y'all. I need invites. No. Okay, I'm going to give up for a bit. I just want to crochet, so. Since normally I like to listen to stuff when I crochet, but I don't want to get anything copyright struck or lose my audio because of listening to something. I'm just going to be scrolling on Facebook while I work on these and just chat. All right, so that one's done. That puts it at 19 and 5. On to the next one. Three, 6, 9, and 12. There we go. 3. Got about 26 minutes left before I gotta work. All right. Oh, that's interesting. This is from a person who I know shares AI patterns, but the photo that they're sharing looks like it may not actually be AI. It does look like it has some inconsistencies, though. However, even with inconsistencies, I could definitely make that pattern. So I don't think it's too terrible. It's definitely a real thing. But yeah, there's some AI going on in there. Another one. go. Even with these headphones on, I can hear my guinea fowls going on outside. The windows are closed. You can also hear the wind whipping by outside. The worst part is the electricity. I can hear the electricity in the monitors. Ugh, it's so noisy. All right, well, there's another one down. Just mark that off. We're at 20. Got 2 left to go on this one. Oh, excuse me. I have snoozed this freaking camera 6 times and it keeps showing up alerts. There we go. Got my 12 again. Snooze. Why are you not snoozing? That's so frustrating. I just have to turn off notifications today because it's driving me nuts. Only several. Interesting. I'm scrolling, of course, on Facebook, and this is from Fox 26 Houston, and their story relates to Pennsylvania. But a person, Jonathan Gerlach, 34, facing several charges after officials say over 100 sets of human remains were found at his home and storage unit in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. Link the story in the comments. Nice neck tattoo, though. Reminds me of a stained glass in a church, just in blackened skin tones. But for some reason, I feel like he might have been grave digging as opposed to being a serial killer. Grave digging and marketing and human remains for things like what are they called? The articulated skeletons. Honestly, I bet that's what he was doing, because that would be really, really hard in today's day and age to get away with killing 100 people and not leaving any forensic evidence or witnesses that wouldn't lead a trail straight to you, unless, of course, they were, homeless in between houses at the time. But even then, yeah, I feel like this might be a grave robbing type scenario. Let's see what it says here. Unless, of course, there's a paywall, because, Ha! Ha! Top thing says, man charged with stealing over 100 skeletal remains from a Pennsylvania cemetery. Okay. Nice. I was right. And now I got to pop up. It looks like it's trying to get me to add it as my preferred source of news. But, man, I called that. In today's day and age, that I'd be shocked if a 34-year-old could go that long without, killing people or whatever. Yeah, it looks like most people didn't even bother clicking on the article. There's a couple that are saying, Did he kill them or dig them up? They said, I mean, I didn't even get to read the article because of the paywall, but it said that he stole the skeletal remains from a cemetery. I doubt he killed them first to have them be buried or whatever and then take them from the cemetery. That seems weird. Uh-oh, no. I've said supposedly forbidden words that will get YouTube to freak out about my stream or something. Not like I'm trying to monetize it, so I don't care. Haha. I don't know that whole monetization thing anyway. If I was ever going to monetize anything that I did on YouTube, it would just be to like have an Etsy store. Okay. Finally, I got it snoozed. I don't know what its problem was before. All right. Anyone know how to make this? So I start at 6 points, but I don't understand the V-neck. Was this supposed to be 5 points? That's AI, dude. Gosh, I hate that's like the worst thing. Okay, which direction am I? Okay, I'm going in the right direction now. That's one of the things that I hate the most about AI is the rampant just misinformation with crochet and crochet patterns, and you're like, oh, this is what crochet could do. Because I mean, you know, I've had people I work with and they're like, oh, look at this cool crochet thing. Could you make me this? And I'm like, I can make something similar, but that's AI. Nothing's going to look that perfect. All right. Oops. That should be 5 right there. So let me just put that there. There we go. What do I say? Last orange. Last orange, and then I think I'll grab some of my oranges back there and weave in the end so I can get to the 15% mark. And then I'll call this video done. Or at least until it's 16 minutes from now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and but yeah, someone's posting in the Crochet Hexagon Cardigans Facebook group. Does anyone know how to make this? I started with 6 points, but I don't understand the V-neck. Was it supposed to be 5 points? And I'm hoping most of the comments inform her that this is a AI generated picture. Let's see what it says here. Someone shared. Yeah, so fortunately with AI patterns, it at least gives you some inspiration, like in terms of the picture, and you can do something that will be similar, but it's never going to look just right. It never will. That's the only type of machine-made crochet thing. Anything can happen. That's a fake image from AI. There'll never be a machine that is able to crochet. Okay, I say they're never, but there very well could be. Make some sort of like mechanical thing that, I mean, heck, bots, they're coming out with those like humanoid things. I bet they could eventually be able to get the fine-tuned motor skills to crochet. I bet Data would have been able to crochet on Star Trek because he's got the fine motor skills. And he'd be able to learn all the patterns basically instantly. So yeah, if we ever got to that point where we could have androids at that level of functionality, then yeah, we could have machine-made crochet. Be interesting to think about. Anyway, there's my last orange square that needs to be made. Yay! I know it looks yellow, but it's not the yellow that I'm using for the yellow I'm using for is this yellow. So you can see it's definitely a darker shade. Just looks yellow by itself. Oh, excuse me. That woven in. We've got 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Our neighbor's cat visited our chicken coop again last night, and I figure out why it goes there so often is because of the chicken coop. We have chicken feed. Because of the chicken feed, we have mice and rats nearby. Because we have mice and rats nearby, we've got an all-you-can-eat buffet for the neighbor's cat. So I'm happy that the neighbor's cat is coming over. Oh, come on. There we go. Ends woven in. That's another one done. Mark that orange. And then, yeah. So got all the orange, blue, pink. They're all done. Excuse me. It's been one of those days. All right, I'm going to see how many ends I can get woven in the squares in the last 8 minutes of this. I keep everything in one of my bags. Oh, shoot. I did grab that. One of my most recently crocheted bags. I love it. But that's not the bag I put my completed crochet things in. Okay. The blue was the black was executed. Okay, here we go. Yay. Let's work on weaving these puppies in the next 8 or so minutes. Yeah, I'll count them. I'll count them as being completed in the live stream just because everyone completed all the way is a success. So I might as well count it. I'm so tired. I can't believe it's almost 3 already. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, that's one orange done. Weird. Okay. Go with another. I know I said earlier, it feels like it takes me longer to weave in the ends than it does to make it. Obviously, that's not true, but boy, having a pile of these to weave in ends is just one of those things. The nice part is the amount of time it takes for me to weave in the ends on one of these squares is about the amount of time that it takes for a really, really bulky Excel file to open. So I have just enough time to weave in the ends of one square before I have to return to work. So just finished, one or two a day. It's still progress. Yesterday, I think I only did one. There's another orange. Aren't you glad? I'm happy. Go. On to the next one. Well, we're getting there. We're at 14.86 completed in terms of having everything woven in before joining. There we go. Pull. All right. And that one's good. Set at 9 for the orange. Okay. And goes the other one. I feel like something, the count's not right. Because for that to be 9 and for that to be 10, that's not right. Like I have a stack of 6, 7, 8, 9 oranges, and then I have the black and 2 pales. So I should actually be at 12. All right, I got a minute left. I'm going to weave in one more and then call it a stream. Go. And look at that. We surpassed 15% of the squares completed for this blanket. All right. All right. Here we go with the weaving in. And return. Tops woven in. 20 seconds left to the hour mark. Okay. And that's it. And 12 seconds passed. Just snip these guys. I know you can't really see because I have it kind of set off to the side, but I will at least show the squares that I've woven in so far. Woven in or made. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 squares. Let me just 14 squares. Alrighty. Oh, that's it. How do I end this